Welcome to the Left Hand Backhand Podcast episode. Michael
20.
Jordan
I'll be free, or LeBron,
or young LeBron.
or
You
King
know,
James
pick
third,
your fancy.
or stop looking at my lemonade.
What?
That
Is that like from
commercial.
his Sprite commercial or something?
No, that's the one where he's has the pool. Remember? That's the one where it's all the different LeBrons. There's the disco LeBron and the cell phone, and then he dives into the
Oh,
pool and he
yeah.
goes,
That's a great
"Stop,
commercial.
stop looking at my lemonade."
That's a great commercial.
What?
Uh, what?
Yo, what? What is happening?
For those of you listening to the podcast
Oh my
feed,
gosh.
we have a surprise special guest, my sworn enemy,
I knew
who
something was
Jeff.
up. I could feel it. My
Good to be
blood and
back.
guts.
It's good to be back. Well, Jeff, let me introduce you to my buddy Max here. Max Spangler, if you will.
Well, it's Max Spengler Jensen, to be
Correct. Yes, of course.
I've heard it both ways.
sure. Pause.
Jeff, this has been in the works for a little while.
You guys going behind my back,
Going behind your back, in front of your face.
in front of my face to do this.
And oddly enough, Jeff almost ruined it last night by joining us on some sort of call, and so I was just a total, I wish I had a bleep button, D word.
Yeah.
And I was just like, all right, I'm not talking to this fool, trying to make Jeff, not on the scent, but
You sold it.
Jeff
Jeff was like, dude, I think he actually hates you.
We were just discussing this just 5 minutes ago before the podcast. I just brought it up because I was like, something's up. That was so weird. I've never heard you like that before. And he was like, yeah, I don't know. I was tired. And I was like, I don't know. That was weird. Max was like straight up like, something's off. And then Max says to me today when I'm texting him, oh, hey, did Max share what I texted you? Go ahead and share what I sent you today. Because there I feel like I knew it was gonna happen in my brain.
Okay, so I asked if Jeff wanted to play Call of Duty with me in a little bit.
not Rocket Power.
No rocket cars.
Yeah, Rocket Power. That's
Or
that's the
Rocket
name
Power
of the game.
Rangers.
Rocket Power.
Yeah, woogity woogity. Pause.
Yeah, so he asked.
Don't do that with your hand.
Yep.
I asked if he wanted to play later, knowing there was a podcast going on.
Mm-hmm.
Just even further pushing Jeff away. And he said, oh, sorry, the podcast is 8:15. I won't be done. I said, oh, that's right. Just let me know when you're done. And he said, okay, unless you want to sneak on the pod. And I was like, no, Lincoln hates me. I'm too scared now.
All knowing you were a lying son of a gun.
Yeah. And then you wanted to bring your dad on tonight as a segment? So I texted your dad to cancel on you because I told your dad that Max was coming on the pod.
Pause.
I would never.
Max, you got to get your first pause in.
Well, the I would never counts.
Yeah,
true. I mean, I felt bamboozled right now. There's like, I was sure I had this all figured out.
See, the joke all along is that Max and I have been buddies for years, ever since our fantasy football days.
Your buddy,
we know
Max.
each other well.
Yeah.
Your fantasy football days.
Dude, we actually, so I texted or I messaged Max on Facebook, and then he texted me when I sent him my number, and I already had his phone number in my phone.
You guys were flirting this whole time?
Max Jensen, Jeff's cousin.
For the record, Lincoln was not in my phone, and I feel bad about it.
That's okay. I'm semi unimportant, but that's okay.
Well,
all right.
If you had made more of a splash in fantasy, maybe I would have remembered you.
Yikes! Lincoln's known for his sleeper picks in his fantasy.
I'm a every other year. I have a sleeper every year, and every other year, I hit it with a bang aka Kareem Hunt, aka Patrick Mahomes,
aka I took first in our fantasy league 3 years ago and last place the following year, so I understand.
Nice.
Very hot and cold, Katy Perry style.
Wow.
That's a poll right there.
That was, I mean, just off the tip.
You're yes and you're no. I thought I was yes until the playoffs, and then the worst person in the league beat me in the playoffs.
That's the most aggravating thing when like somebody who doesn't even care or pay attention all of a sudden
They don't even switch out their players, and yeah, awful.
Frustrating, but NFL is on the mend. Chiefs are actually playing as we are recording. I watched the first quarter of that. I watched Chris Oladokun.
Recording.
No, Mahomes didn't even play. I watched Chris Oladokun lose a 4th down. I guess it was a terrible play call. It was Andy Reid's fault, but whatever.
No behind the back passes today?
Not today. Caleb Williams isn't even playing today, so it's it is what it is.
Because he's going to be the starter.
True that.
Did the fastest man in the league make an appearance?
Nope. No, he got the rest day.
No Tariq. No Noah Lyles.
No, that would be Xavier Worthy.
Xavier Worthy, the fastest man in the league.
NFL 40 combine record. The thing I do like about Worthy, I mean, you're pushing what? 4.25 right now?
It's a 4.25. I'll get there.
Okay. So yeah, you'll I mean, you got to get down to 4.1 something, right? But
I take this mustache off and that'll get me there.
Turn into Michael Phelps, you just like super, just the air just goes right off your skin, just baby smooth.
So smooth.
Speaking
I'm like a bowling lane.
Have either of you two bicked your heads before?
Oh, what? Like with a razor?
Yeah.
How old were you when you did that the last time?
I've never done it. That's why I'm asking if either of you two have.
No. Look at Max's hair. You're telling me you think you would shave that hair?
No, he's got a strong hairline there, strong flow, solid shadow with a solid mustache. I mean, I'm into it.
We all have the different phases. You have the pure mustache. Max has the little bit of scruff with the stash, and I just have all beard.
Well, that's because I literally cannot grow anything right here. So,
well, figuratively and metaphorically.
Well, yeah.
Take a trip to Turkey; they'll fix that for you.
Yeah, just
Turkey.
Yeah, Turkey. Yay.
I thought they were invaded by Russia, or is that over? I don't even know.
Whoa, Ukraine!
Oh,
that was the Ottoman Empire.
Get your history right.
Shout out to the Ottoman Empire.
Shout out the Ottomans. Shout out Battlefield 1.
Well, Max, it is a pleasure to have you join the podcast tonight. Jeff, I semi-teased what the draft would be in relation to, but actually, Max has got our segments and our draft tonight. So, Max.
Oh yeah, well, it's a good thing I didn't overdo it with my prep work.
Yeah, that's why I called you yesterday. I was like, hey, don't put in your time. Like, it's all good. So, because I don't want you to have to bill me for the time that you spent for this pod. You know,
I have been billing you, but
I know, but I was able to save an hour yesterday with it, so it's fine.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, just contact HR for me. That will be good. And with that, Max,
who's Venmoing me?
You're Venmoing us.
Yeah.
I pay to be on here.
You pay to be on the podcast. It's kind of our giving you exposure.
And the longer that you
Gatorade on my chest. I thought this was sponsored.
Prove it.
All right. That's for later.
The longer that you stay on the pod, the less that you owe us, actually.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it hits a peak. Once you hit an hour, that's max time, and then it starts
max time.
Oh,
that
was
my
not
time.
even on purpose.
My time. All right, let's without more ados.
Yeah.
Without any more doo-doos, here come the first segment. First segment, we're gonna do a blind ranking. I know you guys love blind ranking things.
We just did one, so
we love the blind ranks.
Yeah.
We'll follow that with the draft, I think, and then the last segment. Seems like the right order. Speaking of the last draft, the Worst things to step on?
Yeah, did we miss anything?
Yeah, my number one was actually missed. I
Oh.
thought someone was going to take it, but it's definitely a landmine.
That is good. I think we would have classified it under a trap, but yeah, landmine, I think, gets its own thing.
Yeah, I just wasn't
It's
thinking
like instant death.
I
Like,
wasn't
I
thinking
don't know.
death. I was thinking like this sucks. Not
Daily horrible.
No,
Not my life's over forever.
I don't know that landmines kill too many people. I think it makes them lose limbs.
I think it kills people
it
back
kills.
in the day.
It took out tanks when tanks ran over landmines. So
come on, how many people do you know survived landmines personally?
Quite a few.
Any?
I know none.
Actually,
I see people without limbs all the time.
Yep, because they were all for landmines.
Are they not? How else do you take off a limb?
With a saw.
Yep.
Well, a
Well,
saw
Like
post
the movie
landmine.
Saw.
Do you see
seen
Saw?
Saw?
We're on the same
Ryan
wavelength.
Howard.
Parks and Rec.
Attaboy.
Oh.
Good call.
Okay. The blind ranking. It will be you two, of course. I will give you your options. It will be 1 through 10, and it will be scenarios or situations in movies that you would or would not want to be a part of.
Ooh.
So 1
Okay.
being you would love to be in that situation, 10 being you would not desire to be in such a situation.
This is unique.
Yeah, that's very unique.
I would have never thought of that. That's why
Okay,
you're on
so
the
the
pod,
question
I guess.
is, do you guys want to both do your own and compare and contrast, or do you want to do a shared ranking?
Let's do a shared, Jeff.
Yeah, let's do it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, for the YouTube listeners, I'm going to share my screen so we can have a little visual aid here.
Oh, I love visual aids.
Yeah,
Magic Johnson. Sorry. Shout
It's
out
better
Magic
when you
Johnson.
can see the aids, then you know when you have it.
Yeah. It's much easier to diagnose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, I think aids are visible.
Look at all of this like graphic design work. I'm so impressed. This looks like mine from last week.
I'll edit it in post.
That's
Don't
nice.
worry.
I wish it was papyrus, but we'll get to that later.
All right.
Virus.
Okay. Let's begin.
Oh my gosh, you did it.
All right.
Oh, that looks right.
Wow. The
Tribal,
love is so massive.
yet slightly futuristic.
It's tribal. It's like a hookah bar.
It's like Shakira merch. It's like off-brand tees even. Okay. Number 1. Playing the game Jumanji from the movie Jumanji.
The original?
The original.
Wow.
Playing the game Jumanji.
I don't know about you, Jeff. That movie creeped me out as a kid.
Phenomenal movie, by the way.
Because
it deserves
when
a
the boy
shout-out,
turns
Robin
into
Williams.
a monkey and like they almost die like multiple times in that movie, and the hunter guy is like relentless, and I don't know about you. That movie scared me.
Yeah.
So I've never been a big fan of wanting to put myself into that universe. But this is our first one. I have no idea the range of movies that
it's really difficult as
we're going to be hitting here. I imagine we might have a couple like sci-fi, mythical, fantasy type realms.
I'm gonna say I wouldn't love this. Obviously, this is insane. So I'm gonna put this like at a 7. What do you think?
Yeah, I was thinking like 6 or 7.
It's a fairly, because I really don't like this, but I feel like there are way.
I don't like it either,
in
but I
these
think there might be
situations.
worse that we could die in. So let's put it at
so
6. How's that sound?
Let's put a 6. 6 sounds okay.
How's my spelling,
Jumanji
Max?
at 6. I mean, is there any other way to spell Jumanji?
I don't know. I haven't played the game.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at it in a minute.
Okay. Number 2.
Pick it up.
Being hunted by a xenomorph in the film Alien.
Wow. So these are all going to be horrible things. Good. Got it.
Probably like
On to-
9 or 10.
That's a 9. That's horrible. That's almost a guaranteed death.
Oh, it is a guaranteed death. Yes.
I'm not surviving that.
Yeah.
Like they're
Do I
trained in
have
the
time to
movie.
take out a
I'm not.
massive life insurance policy real quick, or like?
In this situation, you're not Ripley. You would be one of the
Myself.
fodder. And
Yeah.
you would have just gotten a small raise from the company. So whatever you want to do with that,
9.
be
Let's
my
go
guest.
9. That's horrible.
And this papyrus font is hitting the feels, man.
It's fun.
It looks
like
really
it's
nice with Jumanji. You put
It,
Jumanji
it
down
really
on
does.
Papyrus.
It really does.
I heard the
2005.
I heard the
feeling it.
drums.
That's what I was trying to do.
That
the
was
sound.
Jeff
It
trying
pick
to.
up.
His
Bum
mic
bum
wouldn't pick
bum
it up.
bum 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 bum.
There we go. We got
Oh,
that.
maybe that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Okay,
Real drum.
number 3. Being a prison guard during Tai Lung's escape in Kung Fu Panda.
Oh, that's
Okay,
great. I just watched that.
Pause for 1 second. Tai Lung deserves so much respect as a villain, and I remember distinctly on a podcast in the first 5 podcasts we ever did where we talked about movie villains, and I gave a special shout out to Tai Lung, and Lincoln basically scoffed at me for even thinking he was worth it. And then I mentioned Puss in Boots, the death villain, and he also laughed in my face. And Max, I know you'd be on my side on either of those. So
DreamWorks know how to pump them out. I'll tell you that.
Play the 5th
plead the all right. I'll plead
or
the
the
second.
6th.
Sometimes I plead the 3rd.
It's the 3rd.
I believe it's freedom of not letting soldiers stay in your home.
Ooh,
Is it actually?
that's really good.
No.
That would have been an impressive.
That was really
follow-up.
good. Max at the history.
Okay, a guard with Tai Lung. I mean, they all get wiped out, but not all of
some
them.
of them, but
die.
a lot of them survive. A lot of them survive.
I'm saying they get wiped out. Like they get like knocked around, destroyed, but like they don't die necessarily. Tai Lung doesn't.
Yeah.
He's not
Kill
trying
them
to
all.
kill them like Alien is. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say a 4 or 5.
Based on the rest of this list, I think that's probably.
It doesn't sound horrible.
Yeah.
I could put it at a 4 because I feel like there's worth Kung Fu Panda
Dude, even Kung Fu Panda looks sick.
Tai Lung. TH. Wait, how do you spell Tai Lung? Is it just like that?
Yep.
Tai
Yep.
Lung. Prison guard.
And what did you say for Jumanji? You're just playing the game?
Just playing Jumanji.
All right. And then Alien, I'm just leaving it as that. Okay, cool.
Okay. Number 4. Sitting in the bottomless torture chair with Le Chiffre in Casino Royale.
Oh my goodness. These are horrible.
Brother, I got an itch. To the left.
No, to the left.
To the left. To the left.
No, the whole world's gonna know that you scratched purple.
That's really good.
Thank you.
One of the great scenes of all time, mind you, and yet horrible. He survives, but the pain in that I can't imagine.
But only she knows what he can do with his.
That's right.
Pause.
But brother, what's up, brother?
Man, I'm feeling like a 7.
Because there's probably worse things. Like we're rating survivability on top of how long it lasts and the pain.
Also enjoyability.
Mental. Oh.
Who knows?
Okay. Mr.
I mean,
BDSM.
I know Lincoln's into it.
Yeah. All right,
I'm into Daniel Craig. Who's not? I mean, shout out to Parks and Rec where Leslie Knope had a life-sized pillow of Daniel Craig. That's a reference.
And some rope.
Yeah.
Little monkey knot.
What do you say, Jeff?
Let's put it at 7. Let's put it at 7.
Right.
It's awful. It's awful, but you survive. You survive. Chair scene.
Maybe you come out a better man.
Realistically, we probably would. you know?
Maybe you come out half the man you used to be.
And that might be the man the world needs.
Not the world
Not
that
the
they
one
deserve.
it deserves.
Correct.
All right. Okay.
All right. All right now.
All right.
Okay. Number 5. Storming Omaha Beach in Saving Private Ryan.
It's got to be number 1, right?
I mean, I don't remember how many
That
survived, but it was
Max.
really
I'm sure
bad.
you know this, but that actually happened 50 years before I was born. Half century before I was born.
Exactly. June
Wait,
the 6th.
that
June
was real?
6th, 1994.
That was a real event. I thought it was just like a video game.
And so I actually died on the beach that day and was reincarnated 50 years later. Fun
Wow.
fact.
That's
Wow.
really
Yeah.
sacrilegious.
That is interesting.
Can't believe you said that.
Sacrilege.
I mean, regardless of how much you survive, how scarred you would be by that is,
yeah.
the rest of your life, you can only think about your brothers in arms.
Yeah.
And whatever
Lincoln
happened.
said
So
number
that's
1.
top
He's all in
3.
for the glory.
I don't think so. That's
I'm dying. I'm not surviving this thing.
so
Come
then
on.
that's a 10. Is that a 10 or an 8 for how horrible it would have been?
Part of me wants to go like 3 for like the pride of the country. You know what I mean? Like,
So you think you want to die with the honor?
yeah, landed on the line. But
I
I don't
mean,
know.
it's also horrible long term,
It is.
even if you do survive.
And
But I'm okay
most of
putting
those
it at
people did die fairly horrific deaths because like if you got shot, like say in the shoulder or something like that, you're like bleeding out and then you might get shot again. So like it's like a little bit of torture in that regard too, but I don't know.
let's put it at a 5.
I'm open to wherever you want, Jeff.
Put it at a 5. Actually,
All right.
no, because Kung Fu Panda Tai Lung, I mean, maybe a little bit better, but we'd love to be this more than Jumanji. You're saying more than Jumanji.
I don't know. Wherever you want. Doesn't matter to me.
I feel like this is worse than Jumanji. I think it's an 8.
Okay.
Storming Omaha.
Normandy.
Normandy, sorry.
Stormandy, though, I mean, you could just make that happen.
Is that going to be your fantasy football team name? Stormandy? Or are you going to be one of the Hawk Tuas?
Stop.
One of the. How about
It's the worst team name.
Hey, shout out last year when Max was on the call with me during fantasy football draft, and we were on the call for about 45 minutes discussing different tactics and team names and all the stuff. And then when he was discussing different names, he said, "How about I should just name myself Kelsey's Pregnant?" Which was what, and that's how I found out, was on the phone of fantasy football like 10 minutes before the draft. And I was like, no, you can't do that. You can't do this. That's not
What's
real.
funny about that is Jeff could have been thinking Travis Kelsey's pregnant. Like Taylor and Travis are pregnant. So I'm saying like it could have played into it and you could have just been like, I don't know.
And the funny part was that is who I was talking about. It was a weird coincidence that a week later we did get pregnant. But before it was Kelsey, and I guess they got rid of it. I don't
know. Okay.
Okay.
Little known facts that you're learning on the Left Hand Backhand podcast.
Yeah.
Number 6. 2 words. Bug pit. 2 more words. King Kong.
Oh no, Lincoln, have you seen this?
No, but I'm
Do you know what the bug pit in the King Kong with Jack Black?
I'm not in for it. I'm
Dude,
feeling 10.
It's horrible. A lot of them survive, but it is one of the most terrifying scenes for movies. I think about it almost every week when I see a bug. I just think of the massive giant bugs.
A bug, like a bug, a bug.
A bug, Matilda. A bug. It's a newt. Let's go 5.
Moby what?
Moby what? I'd say I'm gonna say 5. What did you say? I know you haven't seen it, but like Kung Fu, like Jumanji is like a bunch. Imagine a bunch of different things, and like I don't know if I'm surviving all of them. Also, if I get sucked into a forest for 25 years, I don't know.
Well,
Sucked into a bagel.
I've never seen it. Hate bugs. If there's a survivability rate, I mean, what's gonna be 1, 2, 3? I thought we were gonna get like happy, fun things mixed with some.
I wasn't sure what we were gonna be getting. So
Max,
we have your fans bugs. Is this offensive?
I don't know if we've crept into the bug community or not.
Maybe cephalopods. Maybe. I don't know.
All right, don't make up words.
Arachnids.
Number 7.
Yeah.
Fighting Prime Ramses in Nacho Libre.
Oh, dude, that sounds awesome. That's like 2.
Yeah, it's got to be a 1 or 2, right?
That is a golden moment. Like you get the glory. Ramses, yeah, hurts, but like you're on TV. Oh, I said you're on. Sorry.
The golden
Ramses is the best. He's number 1. He's at the party.
I thought golden moments were saved for R. Kelly.
Whoa. You have to slap the explicit tag now.
Hey.
What?
Keep R. Kelly's name out short. Okay.
All right.
Hey, it's for the children. You're the best.
All right. No racist remarks, please. Let's keep
it's not racist. It's an impression of Jack Black being racist.
Being Mexican.
Which I think he is Hispanic, right? Like he has Hispanic heritage.
I really don't.
He's mostly Chinese.
His mom was a NASA worker, so obviously.
Was she really?
I think so. Yeah, she actually wrote part of the code to get them to the moon in 1969.
They didn't go to the moon.
Oh, sorry, Jaden.
So she worked for Kubrick, is what you're saying?
Stanley Kubrick, yes. Was shot with the lasers, the cameras. Yep.
With the mirrors up there.
The mirrors up there.
Man, yep. I'd like to look into one of those mirrors. Number 8. You're chasing down the Israelites through the Red Sea.
Oh no, that's number 10. That's number 10. They're all dead. Every one of them. They don't survive. Every single one dies.
Are you doing Prince of Egypt here?
This is from the Prince of Egypt.
All right.
We are within Ramses' company.
I know there are a lot of movies starring the Israelites, but this one that I'm speaking of is Prince of Egypt.
All right, the shade. Man, yeah, that's the worst one. You get literal water poisoning in the Red Sea, which wouldn't probably taste that good either.
Yeah, I mean, especially if it's red. What's it red from? You know what I mean?
It's not
red rum. Red rum.
We are on the same page today. Red rum. What's up, brother? Red rum. What's up, brother?
Thank you, Stretch.
Like here's a legitimate question.
Yo.
Here's a legitimate question. Probably a no, but like let's just entertain the idea. Is there a chance of, as the water like I imagine when the sea comes back together, it's not just like a yes, I know, Jeff. It's not like an elevator door just like closing at once, right? It's got to be some of the water going at the bottom and then rising up to the top. So is there a chance that you can like swim part way up, catch your breath, and then be like underneath the water and like make your way to the top?
No, you're too deep though. I mean, you're at the bottom of the Red Sea. You think you're gonna have enough oxygen to get up there? No, it starts to collapse and then it closes like a sandwich. There's no way.
To see if we could explore the possibility of surviving.
Chance. No chance.
All right, crap on my idea, Jeff. Whatever.
I'm being honest. That's terrible. I've seen the movie enough times.
I've seen the movie.
I don't need to hear the stories. I know.
Well, from the footnotes that I read in the scriptures,
scriptures, schmitchers.
It it actually was a slow rising tide from there. So joke's on you. We would have survived, but that's fine.
Don't think so.
No.
Those who survived the crabs did get to them. The coconut crabs, the same ones that killed Amelia Earhart.
The coconut crabs. I love that theory so much.
Theory?
It's my favorite theory.
All right. It's not a theory. Moving on.
We got 1 and 3 left, Jeff. We probably should have
Okay.
put Nacho at 1.
Yeah, probably.
Number 9. You're a juvenile delinquent at Camp Green Lake.
Dude, that's
Number
one.
Number
That's
1, baby.
one.
Number 1, baby.
That's one. We're so good, dude. We did not have to put Nacho Libre that was amazing. That's a pick right there. Stanley Yelnats? That's me.
Dude, I mean, even a yellow spotted lizard, you can survive that.
Hey, even Kissing Kate Barlow.
Oh no, sorry. Rattlesnakes, not yellow spotted lizards.
Hey, I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Well, that's too damn bad. Well, excuse me.
Watch your brother.
Explicit.
We'll put that out later in post.
All right, fine. I'll adjust it.
Now my daughter can't watch this.
Her dad would be so disappointed.
Number 10. You're an apocalyptic survivor, but your dog has been infected. This is from I Am Legend.
Well, I mean that's.
I mean, in the alternate ending, if this is the alternate ending version where he survives, that's actually not too bad. Like, it sucks. You have to kill your own dog. But like, honestly, in the alternate ending, which they're gonna use for the sequel with Michael B. Jordan, it isn't terrible.
They're replacing Will Smith.
Will Smith
will be in it, and Michael B. Jordan will also be in it.
Does this listing acceptable for you? Survivor, but your dog's dead?
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
That's a great way to put that. Keep Frank's name out your mouth.
All right now.
That's really good. That's a solid list.
That is not at all what I was expecting it to be. Also, the spectrum of these movies is wild.
Yeah, I mean, love on the spectrum, honestly.
I mean, we got 2 animated movies. We got several rated R movies. Sorry, 2 rated R movies.
Dude, we have the whole shebang.
A couple, one after a book, one after a game.
The director's cut of Nacho Libre is rated R.
Really? Jared Hess. He made it. Interesting.
Jared Hess, this was his dark horse movie.
Yes, Esqueleto does full frontal.
Yeah, Esqueleto. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because I know Max loves most of these movies. That he thinks highly of almost all of them. So,
oh, I love all of them.
Honorable mention of a scene.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jeff.
I was just gonna say honorable mention of a scene would be like being a prisoner in the Green Mile. That movie.
Being a prisoner in Arkham Asylum.
That
wouldn't be a great prison.
I
do have a bonus here.
There's a high chance that you're escaping prison by none of your own doing. You know what I mean?
True.
Shout out Scarecrow. Shout out Jokes.
Shout out Gatorade for sponsoring this podcast.
H2O.
You guys want the bonus?
Yeah.
Okay. Bonus is you're a little tomato sitting on Denethor's plate in the Great Hall of Minas Tirith.
Number 10. 11.
What is
That's
that?
the worst.
I don't even know.
In Lord of the Rings?
Never seen it.
What?
Turn the podcast off right now.
End it now. I've seen one scene from The Lord of the Rings, and I've seen it 3 times, and it's where the little dude goes running. He's on fire.
The little dude?
Well, I've only seen it from like the perspective where like it's zoomed out, and he's just.
That's the guy we're talking about.
That's the guy. That's post-tomato. That's
post-tomato, Lord Denethor. He's on fire.
I thought you were literally talking about a tomato.
You are.
Oh, I was. He ate said tomato and then threw himself off a cliff.
Well, I've like flipped it on TNT once, and that was the scene that it was on, was him just running off, and I was like, wow, that's kind of interesting. Then it cut to a commercial, I never watched it again. And then at twice I came home to my apartment in college, and my roommate was watching Lord of the Rings, and he was asleep the first time, and I walked into my apartment, and that was the scene that happened. And then the other time was he was actually awake watching it, and I was leaving my apartment, and that's the scene that was on. So 3 times I've randomly seen that one clip, but otherwise I haven't watched any of the movies.
I think you might be stuck in a time loop or something.
Yeah. I am Joseph Gordon-Levitt in Looper.
I think you're Denzel Washington in Deja Vu.
Ooh, that's a incredible
Speaking of which,
movie.
I had deja vu twice this week.
Are you sure it wasn't just one time and you were having deja vu?
It could have been.
Whoa.
Was that
deja vuception?
Please don't make up words.
It's actually called Treja Vu for Trace.
Songs?
All right, Max, 2 questions for you based on this list as the MC of this list. What would you have as your number 1, and what would you have as your number 10?
Okay. My number 1 would be, honestly, it would, survival rate wise, it would probably be Casino Royale.
You want that to happen?
You're
No,
surviving
I don't
that.
want it to happen. It would be 5 minutes and I'm out and done.
Not necessarily.
It's the worst 5 minutes ever.
Yeah, but would you rather be in prison for years digging holes? Would you rather get your neck broke by?
I mean, Stanley Yelnats wasn't even there that long.
Yeah, but also, I mean, imagine the reform that you could go through as a juvenile, and also all of a sudden you're jacked by the time you leave, right? Digging holes.
Then you have a friend, if you're not Stanley Yelnats, that's super rich and zero, and you get to hang out at their house all the time at their big pool
and sploosh.
Each sploosh.
If that's the case, then I definitely want to do Casino Royale, because then I would be in that scenario. I would be James Bond.
But you might die at any point.
You didn't specify as James Bond. You just said bottomless
with the holes
chair.
Logic.
Yeah. No, we're just putting ourselves in the scenario. You never know what you can meet.
Fair. You know what? We'll go with it. I get it. That.
And then what would your number 10 be?
Number 10. Probably Alien, because you're dying, but it's like horrible the whole time.
The horrifying,
like you're definitely gonna die, but the whole time it's just bad. You're terrified. You're getting hunted. You're probably gonna die in a grotesque way.
Yeah. There's nowhere to run. Yeah, that's fair.
And in space, no one hears you scream. So
I guess that begs the question. If you're in space, is it even worth screaming?
I guess it begs the question, if a tree falls in space, does anyone care?
Well, just a tear in space. Shout out to Glass Animals.
Well, space coast to coast.
Atta boy. Let's go.
Max knows his stuff.
I'm proud of you. So guess who's going to see Glass Animals at the Red Rocks in like 3 weeks?
Wait, actually?
No, in 2 weeks.
You get to go there before us? All right, cool. You had to top us. All right.
Yeah.
Pause.
Well, Tapas Swissmas.
Tapas. Swissmas.
Well, Crucius.
Well, Crucio.
Oh. That's
Neville's
parents, right?
What?
That was Neville's parents, right?
We were quoting Albus Dumbledore in a meme. Very funny. TikTok.
Oh no, you're doing the Crucio curse.
Yes, the Cruciatus curse.
Yeah, that's Neville Longbottom's parents.
So Max and I are going to see, and Emily's going. It's September 22nd in Houston. We're gonna go see, and I know I mentioned it to you a long time ago. When did you get tickets?
Like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I told you like a month ago that we were going, and you
I
probably
don't
were like,
remember.
let's check it out. Yes, you do. I
I
told you
don't
we're going to
remember.
Glass Animals. All right.
I told you too. Remember
I do remember that actually. Yeah.
when we were
Let's look this up.
when we were having that picnic? You brought the rosé.
It's not ringing a bell.
We had a little
I
wicker
apologize.
basket.
Well, the Wicker Man.
Well, midsummer.
So we actually, I forgot, Jeff. We never did a player intro for Max.
We did not.
I'm going to tell everything that I know about Max, and then I will turn it to you to continue the story. Max is a cousin of Jeff's. Also grew up in the South Kitsap County. And
360 represent.
Let's go. And Max has a daughter and lives in the greater Houston area. And his wife is named Travis Kelce.
Correct.
So she actually loves Travis Kelce.
How'd I do? Good?
Correct on all accounts.
Sweet. Jeff, tell us more about your cousin.
Fill in the blanks. Max and I have gotten into quite the shenanigans. He is a year younger than me, but we had mostly the same friend group. We have played an insane amount of different video games together. It's actually absurd over the years through all consoles, PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, and you name it. We probably played
Monopoly,
board games, still play games, sports. We played sports on teams together against each other. It doesn't matter. We've been playing sports together, and somehow
and who's the better athlete?
Well,
depends on the sport. Depends on the sport and the day.
Who's the better pickleball player? That's a real question.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Also depends on the day. I don't know. Singles, Max might have me beat. I'm not a great singles player, but I think I'm a better doubles player.
Jeff, you're the best doubles player.
No. Speaking of pickleball, actually, real quick, in a couple of weeks for work, I get to go do a mixer conference, a lawyer conference to network, and I got to get paid to go play pickleball. It's gonna be awesome.
Is it
chicken and pickle?
Ooh, nice. They're building one of those like super close to me.
Yeah, I've never been. This is my first time, so
is it
it'll be good.
Catalina wine mixer?
No Step Brothers.
2 words: chicken and pickle. Must see TV.
2 words: Charles Barkley. Must see TV. That's not 2 words. All right. Huh? All right. Let me do another one. LeBron and KD. That's 3 words.
Wait, you didn't do it in his voice.
Yeah,
DeMar DeRozan and KD and DeMar DeRozan and Blake Griffin, man, that Blaker, Shaq, come here, Shaq. I don't know what it is. I don't know, Charles. I'm not the best at that, Charles. I'm the one with the championship. Look at the ring, Charles. Shaq, I don't know what you're talking about, Shaq. All right, that's all I got. I'll be here all week.
All right, thanks, really Jeff. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Maximus.
That was a hate crime, so knock it off.
A little bit.
I'm getting canceled for sure.
Maximus, do you want to go straight to the draft, or do you have another segment for us?
We can go straight to the draft.
Let's go to the draft and let the shenanigans ensue.
Also, a blind draft. We have no idea. At least I have no idea. Maybe Lincoln does, but I don't.
I proofed his draft idea, made sure it was worthy.
You guys are so Xavier worthy?
Yes, correct. Now Jeff is finally on the right page.
Sorry.
Now he
took me an hour.
Now he knows.
Max, what's our draft, baby?
Okay. The draft is an animal battle royale. We will be constructing a team of animals to face off against each other. in an arena of sorts.
The Coliseum.
We can make it the Coliseum.
It is the Coliseum. I checked, reserved it. We're good.
Okay. Coliseum's available. The rules to this are it'll be a snake draft. All right. You will get 5 animals on your team. Said animals have to be real. They cannot be extinct. And you can choose any animal you want, but the battle will take place on solid ground.
So, Jeff, you can take the blue whale if you want, but you will just be laying there.
Yeah, it's all on solid ground today.
Correct.
Okay,
Even though the Coliseum is equipped to make it a water battle, this is not that.
Okay.
Yes.
And one question for you. Actually, 2 questions. One, do we just have one of these animals on our team, or do we have a grouping of these animals on our team?
It is a team of you and 5 animals.
Okay. So if I chose a chimpanzee, for example, I just get 1 chimpanzee.
Correct.
Very good. And my second question is, what is the order of the draft? Per you being the guest, you get to pick the order.
Other quick rule, subspecies are all just bottled into one. So if you were to say, for example, elephant, that would include the Asian elephant and the African elephant.
And the bush elephant.
And the bush elephant and the leopard elephant and the banana elephant.
But you can specify what species you are taking, but you do get the family of it.
Exactly.
And the family's off the board. Very good.
Exactly, yes.
Very good. All right, what is the order then, Max? You get to pick. So you can put yourself first if you would desire.
I get a pick?
You get to pick who sits in the 1, 2, and 3 spot.
Okay. I like the number 1. And the number 1 I think is obvious.
Yep.
And the number 1 is pretty baller.
Okay.
I might go with the number 1.
I know what it is, so
I'll put Lincoln at number 2.
Oh.
And I'll give Jeff the swing.
Wow.
This is
the worst spot you could have.
No, not necessarily, Jeff.
They're good animals, dude. They are strong contenders.
I know what the top 3 or 4 are, but
there's a top 5.
To miss out on the top 2 actually hurts. If you guys take what I think,
there's a clear top 1. I don't know if there's a clear top 2.
Yeah, there is.
Would you agree, Max?
I would agree. I think that
there's a clear
the number 1 is clear, and I think the next 3 or 4 are honestly
debatable.
Yeah,
I agree. I think Jeff's sitting in a great spot. Jeff, I do you want to trade?
No. I'm gonna sit where I'm at. Max picked it.
All right, Max.
Okay. With the number 1 pick, I will be delving into the bear family.
Oh,
yeah.
I will be taking the polar bear.
Polar bear is the correct answer. That's the correct number 1. Yes, it is. Yeah. Polar
bear is just
correct.
A weapon of mass destruction.
That's scarier than any grizzly.
A true killer.
They'll do anything to survive. They eat meat more often than not. They're bigger.
They're more massive. Agile,
and they don't care whether you're dead or alive or playing dead. They just do whatever. They're the best bear.
So Lincoln seems to think he's already stolen the first.
I thought it was clear what the number 1 overall pick is, and it's the largest land animal, and that is the elefante.
Why is that better on your team? Elephants are not aggressive.
Have you seen a mama elephant protecting her?
Is there a mama elephant in here, or is there babies? It's just one elephant.
I got this thing trained and ready to go. I'm the biggest tusks. I got a friggin' trunk to swing around and pick up your animals.
I'm really glad I got.
But also the elephant is a defensive king in this battle for sure. There's a protection element. It's going to take a lot to break through that skin. You know what I mean?
And we can say that the parameters are that the animals will fight. Like you don't have to choose animals that are
No,
super
correct.
aggressive.
I'm just saying, like, it's going to take a long time to take down my elephant. You know what I mean?
No. I think elephant is fine.
I am very happy. That was the
I mean, you
first.
get on top of that thing.
Also, like, bucket list item, right?
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to go on vacation after this battle.
That's true. I mean,
All
we'll
right.
see. We'll see who survives. Because this is a battle royale. This is to the death.
That is right. No one walks out of here alive.
Well,
Besides,
maybe like a couple people.
besides
Yeah.
one person.
Maybe one,
Besides
but also
one?
probably like one of the three of us, and then like maybe one, maybe two of the animals with us, kind of thing.
Maybe one of us, and then another person will have a handful of berries and threaten to eat said berries if we don't both win.
Uh, fair. Stop the games. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Jeff,
Elephant.
what's your first and second pick?
Okay, well, I mean, if we're looking at the board, we're looking at some terrifying animals that, if put in that situation where they have to fight, I mean, some of these animals may not, but put in the situation, and I want a big animal to be on my team
You're heading the
to
right
try to hold their
direction.
own. And I think I go with a large male silverback gorilla.
Ooh,
Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
The
yeah.
strength, the bite force, the agility. I think it's really tough. If I'm not getting a polar bear or a bear family animal, I think I have to go that route.
So Jeff, we discussed this before. Remember?
Yeah,
When we had the grizzly bear versus gorilla
that's correct.
debate. Do you remember what side I was on?
I thought you were on the gorilla, but I still said the grizzly.
I was on the bear team. Team
Oh, you
bear.
were the bear?
I
Okay.
was on the bear. I was a bear.
Steel I had the discussion with, and he was sure that the grizzly or the
Yeah,
silverback would win, and
Steel's not too bright.
we took
Anyone
it to
on
my
the
father.
gorilla
Max, you
side?
can attest. Steel's not the brightest in the bunch.
Yes. Well,
Speaking of Steel, he is calling me right now. What timing?
No way. Tell him
Wow.
that I think he's not very bright.
Maybe later.
All right.
That's a good. I think it's a good pick. It's all around.
It
They're
is a
good
good
all
pick. It's
around.
it's in the top 5 for sure.
I mean, and there's other routes I could go. It's really tough, but as far as like, I also want to go agile in this position, but also the aggression
Mobile,
of mobile,
agile,
agile. And
hostile.
if I want to take this off the list, see, but I know I won't get it on the turn the next time around. So I have two choices, but I think I go with. Think just to take it off the list, I go with a lion.
Oh,
King
okay.
Lion. I think to take off all the lions in that, I might regret this. I might, but I
dude,
feel like
lion's
the
good.
agility,
I would
quick.
have I would have grabbed lion on my next. So
Okay,
Interesting. Interesting.
I know I'll miss out
So
now. I had to
just
make the
confirming
choice.
because actually, man, I'll ask that question
If it
later
comes back
potentially.
around, yeah.
Pause.
Mm-mm-mm.
Because I don't think it will come back to me, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the tiger, which is in fact bigger than a lion. The
Yeah,
Siberian tiger is the biggest of the big
yeah.
cats
That's actually really good. That's a
and
good one.
also the strongest bite force.
Okay, that's a good
So
one.
I got
I
I got
didn't
a
think about that.
defensive player and I got an offensive player on my team so far. Real happy with where we're standing. Team Linc over here.
Okay.
So I also need to look into my defensive prospects. And there is a obvious candidate.
There's two, and I'm scared. I want one of them to fall to
There's an
me.
obvious candidate. One of the most dangerous animals on the planet has a high kill
Mhm.
count, can
The
kill
highest.
anything, and will kill anything for no reason.
Yep. That's
This
the
is
right
what I was
pick.
gonna take. This
That's
is
We
the
what I
got the
was
right
gonna
pick.
take.
hippo. We got the
Yeah.
hippo.
I knew I was making the sacrifice. I wanted to take the hippo, but I was like, it's either a hippo or a lion. And it's good, but I need something to survive, and a lion is quick enough, so I knew I had to take something. That would
So
also
I will
move.
say the hippo was, if I thought elephant was going to be first, and the hippo was going to be my second pick actually, or was going to be my first pick if the elephant was taken first because of the kill count, because it's a defensive and an offensive beast. I mean, we're looking at like shoot what like a prime Donkey Kong, but in more blubbery form, right?
Jack.
Like Moto Moto probably.
Oh, blubbery. We'll take Zion Williamson.
Exactly.
He's losing weight
Exactly.
though, so I don't know if I would take him now.
So no, that is a great pick. Props to you, Max, for starting out your team. The couple
Okay.
bangers right there.
So I think I do want to move into the quick, kind of agile, aggressive. I think I need a jungle cat on the team to kind of keep pace. And we will go with a jaguar, and we'll do it with style, and it will be uh, the black, the midnight black.
Black Jaguar,
So,
Black Panther.
fun fact, a jaguar is just actually it's a panther. Like panthers, people like classify panthers as like their own, like the Carolina Panthers and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's the
It's
same
the
type
same
of
animal.
animal.
One's just spotted, one's not.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
panther is no longer on the board. Panther is off the board because you took jaguar, correct?
Well, after your little dissertation there, then yes, I would say that's definitely correct.
Just confirming, because you can take different species of big cats, but you can't take the same species.
Oh yeah.
Species.
Oh, I'm good with that.
That is a great pick. I had the jaguar high on my list as well. Um, Now I want to ask a clarifying question here. You took the polar bear. Does that mean all bears are gone?
Yeah. Every bear.
Yes, bears.
That
Yes,
sucks because I would love to take the Kodiak right now. It's a big
Kodiaks are
boy.
crazy,
Kodiak's
but
a big boy. We like Kodiak.
yes, the bear family is. I will let you take koala bear if you so choose.
How about a sun bear?
Um, yes, you can have a sun bear.
Thanks. All right. Well,
Panda
instead,
bear.
I'm gonna go with a little bit more defense here, and I'm gonna go with the rhino.
All right, that's
Great
good
pick.
defense. Gonna be
Great
tough
The
pick.
to
the the the
take down.
rhino can knock over cars. It could stomp all over
You got
your
Team Big Boy.
Jaguar there, Max. I'm just trying to look at some options here, and I think the rhino is I got the Elefante and the rhino, so I'm feeling pretty good about my girth on my team. You know what I mean?
Boss.
Thank you. Jeff.
It's tough. I mean, there's a lot of routes you can go. Maybe a little bit defense, but coming back around, I'm gonna say the saltwater crocodile.
Oh, good
Fantastic
Big,
pick,
pick.
big,
Jeffrey.
big crocodile.
Thing's a
Big boy.
beast.
I mean, it's kind of tough with the mobility, but he gets a grab onto something, it's not going to be able to move anymore. That jaw is going to latch. Granted, they're much better in the
Lockjaw.
water. Yeah.
Unfortunately, the saltwater crocodile has gills, and it will die in 3 minutes. Sorry.
Fine. That's okay. It'll take something down before it dies, for sure.
Yeah, Jeff's looking for. He's
It's a
like this
sacrificial
is his like
animal.
first like attack. It's like sending
It's
out.
going out, it's snapping something, and it's killing it. Whether it dies or not, I'm not really care. As long as it's 1-to-1, it takes
and
something out.
and worst
And
case scenario, it dies quickly without killing anybody, and the gorilla's got something to swing around. You know what I mean?
A weapon, a weaponized saltwater crocodile.
Yeah, rip off that tail and just swing it around.
That is true. Opposable thumbs. I think those are kind of underrated.
In this
well, it has
battle,
has little
100%.
claws. Little claws.
No, we're talking about your gorilla, bro.
Also, no.
It's like a mail plane.
Okay.
For the record, crocodiles from saltwater do not have gills.
Okay then. I love donuts, whatever those are.
Donut grills.
Also a couple routes I could go to for my turn. I'm just looking at my
My
team.
list is dwindling right now.
I know it's really tough, but I'm also wanting to take a large animal. I think I really want to go mobility here because we all seem to have. Lincoln's got that larger animal. Max, obviously, with the polar bear. I don't know if anyone's surviving. I don't know.
And the hippo,
I don't
bro.
know if the
Like,
polar bear and the
the polar
hippo.
bear hippo
I
combo
think they
is
could solo.
lethal.
That's really crazy. I'm
That's
just
pretty
sad that
nasty.
And the fact that we
I
can't even combat it with a Kodiak, a lesser bear, but still a
yeah,
bear.
I think it could do crazy damage. But if I want mobility and something that's going to do damage, I'm taking a large gray wolf.
Okay.
Wolf.
Very large. That thing's quick.
I'm
It's
not
super
specifying
smart.
calling it a large gray wolf. I'm just calling it a gray wolf.
Yeah, they're the biggest. They're the biggest wolves.
The Gray Wolf Lodge,
They're
right?
the
Yeah,
biggest. The
I don't
biggest
know that
wolves.
you can put as many describers as you want beforehand to make your animals
Pick better.
indestructible.
Yeah.
It's the gray wolf.
I'll take the record-breaking biggest gray wolf that's ever been on the planet.
I will
175 pounds. That's
I will
what it
take
is.
the holy mammoth
Oh,
of
whoa,
wolves.
whoa,
Of
whoa.
wolves.
The
The wolfy mammoth.
wolfy mammoth.
Thank you.
The wolfy mammoth.
Okay, I literally have 2 picks left on my board, or on my research that I did about 20 minutes before this podcast, and I think that this pick will give me a little bit of offense, and also carries a lot of girth to it, surprising girth, mind you. But I'm going with the giraffe, I think is how you pronounce it.
A giraffe. Their legs are like little twigs, though. You take out their legs, what can they do?
There's a
It's
species of
pronounced
giraffe
gift.
that. Oh, it's GIF. My bad.
Yeah.
There's
sorry.
a species of giraffe that is, like I'm looking it up right now because it is a big boy giraffe.
I mean, yeah, size-wise, obviously, but I feel like they get taken
A
out too fast.
Maasai giraffe
They eat
is
plants.
yeah, but they're pretty lethal actually, believe it or not. When they get swinging their head around, pause. Uh, Giraffes can do a lot of damage. Maybe not kill shots, but I mean, I'm looking at a sacrificial animal on my team here, one that's going to go out swinging and do some damage, hopefully to some organs for that polar bear or something like that. You know what I mean?
Giraffes, an animal I would really like to try to strangle. Goes along with ostriches and geese.
What about emus?
Well, that would be a hate crime.
Not emu.
Well, they're already
Emu,
super sad and they cut
emu.
themselves.
Did they really?
Emos?
Yeah. Oh, there you go. He cracked a smile though with his own joke. So Max finally smiled on the pod.
It was it was something Jeff said beforehand that I was thinking about.
Interesting. All right. Well, Max, with your final 2 picks.
Okay. First one, I just want another big body. I want a bunch of big bodies.
I know what you're gonna pick. I know what it is.
And coming out of the North American region, actually.
Oh my god.
My favorite animal.
No.
We're bringing out the moose.
Oh. Nope, Lincoln's thinking something different. His favorite animal's more bulky.
That was a great pick,
the
actually.
Moose is massive.
Didn't even have the moose in on my list.
The moose?
Moosin.
Surprisingly, unbelievably enormous. Bigger than trucks. Bigger than me, even.
Bigger, yeah, okay. Mr. Big Bones. That's a good pick.
The antlers weaponized, fast, in a straight line.
Yeah, they're not too agile. They're a north and south runner for sure.
Agile, mobile.
Okay. And with the final pick, I want to do something a little fancy schmancy here, a little sleeper-esque. something incredibly lethal. We're going with the box jellyfish,
You think it'll just take someone out with it?
wielded as a weapon.
What?
By you?
By yours truly.
So you're dead in 5 seconds of this battle.
Are you just
No.
holding it by the top?
You
and
hold the
just-
top, you swing those things around, you chuck it. It's the most venomous creature on this whole planet. That thing is taking out animals.
Okay. Interesting pick by you, senor.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how effective that would be on some of the hides of some of these animals. They're thick enough that it may not register
Yeah,
immediately.
you think that thing is doing a dent to my elephant or
I'll
rhino?
tell you what, it's killing
I
the
don't know.
giraffe, it's killing the tiger, it's killing the wolf, it's killing the lion, and it's
I don't
killing the
think it can
gorilla.
get to the tiger unless you hit it in the face, but the tiger's going to kill you before you get to that point.
How's the tiger going to get to me if I'm standing like this with a jellyfish?
Takes out your legs.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not all right. You're thinking best case scenario.
I'm thinking I'm chucking this thing, getting rid of an animal quick and easy.
Well, I also am going to take a non-traditional route here based on my team, which is pretty girthy. If you look at my team here. I wanted to take my favorite animal, but they're not really much of the aggressor or the fighter of my team, and I kind of need a little bit more attack on my team. I got great defense. I got surprising speed actually here. But I'm actually gonna go with a harpy eagle, which is
Eagles.
the strongest and one of the largest bird species.
And eagles have that advantage of being able to swoop down and get a little shots in, scratch the faces, scratch the eyes.
Yeah, taking out the eyes of your croc. Your
That's
croc
pretty
can't
solid.
see
But the
nothing.
thing is, if they go down one time and go near your face and that tiger snatches it, I mean, there's no defense that's stopping it. So like you have to hope that they don't get snatched out of the air.
Fair point. I mean, the rhino is
I
going to be
know
the protector for sure to make sure that my harpy eagle lands some attacks, you know. But with my 5th pick, I'm pretty happy with that.
I know that harpy eagles can pick up gibbons and fauna of sorts, small children.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know that it's picking up any of our chosen creatures, unless it would like to try to pick up the box jellyfish. Might not go well.
Might not go well. Might be able to pick up the biggest gray wolf there is, because gray wolves aren't much bigger than dogs, but
Yes, they are. You see a picture of a gray wolf next to husky?
a dog. Yeah, huskies
they're
are
huge.
small.
Yeah, and you see the difference. They're
A
like
gray wolf
twice
is
to
smaller
three
than a
times
Great
the size.
Dane.
Yeah, barely, if not. But they're way more insanely aggressive.
Gray wolves
If they're fighting,
they work in packs.
It's a pack animal.
It's a pack animal, man.
it can be, but there's always an alpha. Always an alpha.
Well,
Yeah,
you didn't
you
say
think you
alpha.
got the alpha? You said large gray
You
wolf. You
said
didn't say
large.
alpha gray wolf.
You said
He's by
large, and
himself.
that
He's the alpha.
that could pertain to being the runt of the litter.
That you could say that for all of your animals.
No,
Your polar bear
I
could be the one that
specified
was deformed.
I specified beforehand that all of mine were prime subjects, no defects.
Okay.
I'll check the tape on that one. I don't remember, but I'll check the tape.
Yeah.
I whispered it.
You just it's gonna be prime animals.
Whisper.
Hey,
Jeff,
good
with your
ASMR.
final
This is
pick
really
here,
rough.
senor.
I knew I hated the turn picks, even with Lincoln taking elephant there, which it has its point, especially if he's going team giant. But like it's just I miss out on a couple of those like team creators that like anchor the rest of your team. Like Gorilla's good, but I just don't think overall it can survive against either of those two. Like I don't know if a gorilla is by itself is taking down an elephant. It's going to take multiple animals at the same time, but the polar bear rolling around. I just think there's too much on that side. and I don't know if it's worth it to go with a small animal that may self-sacrifice with poison, like a stonefish or
Ooh.
something. They're gonna run and try to bite it. That poison's going right into their mouth, and that animal's gonna die.
What about a
Whatever
black
animal tries to
mambo?
grab it. Nah, even then, there's no guarantee the black mamba's not gonna have enough venom for some of these large animals. But stonefish pumping that much venom when it gets bitten into, yeah, it's dead.
You could go the mosquito, right, and try to give me Ebola.
Yeah,
That
long
would just
term.
be one
The
mosquito.
Zika virus I could give you, maybe.
You get one mosquito, and now I wouldn't be able to see the mosquito in the heat of battle.
Yeah, and you won't die for a long time, if that. So,
Well, I mean, that's basically the Dinmuck at that point, the death touch.
yeah.
Jeff,
So,
I have an idea of what you could take with this final pick, and if you do, I will Venmo you $10 right now.
of what you think I will pick?
No, I just have a random animal that popped into my head, and I think if you guess this, I'm just sending you $10.
Okay. Uh, there's so many large animals that could work here, especially if I'm playing defense. I want to go a defensive route, but also I feel like the agility
Defense.
level.
Defense.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna help. The agility level of my animals is what I've been banking on. Nothing too large or crazy. Uh, but let's go with a honey badger.
Oh, that's it,
Honey
Jeff.
badger. That thing. No, it's not.
That is exactly what it was. I'm Venmoing you
Are you
$10 right
serious?
now. I'm
Good
dead
choice.
serious.
Wow, look at
My
that.
last one was between honey badger and the box jellyfish.
It's tough. It feels like, I mean, it's not gonna survive super long, but they're just
They are
they're not scared of
survivors.
anything. I almost said either between a honey badger or like a little chihuahua, because those things aren't scared by anything. So like whatever, I'll just throw
I was
out
gonna
there.
recommend a poison dart frog and just putting it all on your crocodile's teeth.
Then it dies later
No,
too.
having your crocodile, bite the poison dart frog and then just go bite everybody else.
Use it as it's pretty smart.
Wow.
You could go the community route and pick a bunch of animals that you could mash together into a super weapon,
I don't
like a
know.
boa, like maybe a boa constrictor, and wrap it around a porcupine
Uh,
and try to
sure.
swing it around like a flail.
I mean, you are the only one with thumbs.
That
Max and
is
I don't have
true.
thumbs. Max and I
Nope.
we don't like when we fight, we have to fight like this.
Well, little known fact, box jellyfish have little tiny hands at the end of all their tentacles.
Kind of like at the end of Amazing Spider-Man 2 and the web like opens up with the hand and it like grabs
Okay,
like that.
that's a little
All
too
right.
much.
Yeah,
All right.
it's a little
That's
bit
fair.
gross, but
Hey, everyone knows the scene.
yes, we do.
You're talking about Avatar, not Spider-Man.
Oh, got it.
Jeff, you want to recap your team?
All right. So I had to go with the silverback gorilla, go with a little lion action, saltwater croc, bite force, a gray wolf, some agility, and a honey badger because they just don't care.
I don't care.
Honey
Uh,
Badger don't care.
I
Still
got
think I'm the
the
weakest of the teams though. It's just unfortunately
unfortunately.
looking at those lists.
I think you should have gone like rhino
Tiger.
or hippo with your second pick, and
I
you would
wanted to go hippo,
better.
but
You went with the lion, the lesser of
it's
the big
still
cats.
agile.
I can't fathom how Hippo fell back down to me.
It's because I already had Girth with the elephant, so I took Tiger because I needed offense on my team.
I
You know what I
already
mean?
did too
But
before we even started.
I got the Elefante, the tiger, the rhino, the giraffe, and the harpy eagle to round out my team. So I got an
A
aerial
large
attack,
team.
one of the best hunters in the world, and then three pretty large guys.
Awesome. I'm coming into the battle with just the most apex predator out there, the polar bear. A nice, sturdy, chunky very aggressive defender in the hippo, the sleek but powerful jaguar,
Black.
and it is black. A massive and very strong, if not every once in a while a little clumsy, the moose, and then the wieldable sleeper, the box jellyfish.
Very solid list. And honestly, shout out to grizzly bears and Kodiak bears, all the bear family that obviously would have made this list had they not been eliminated early
And
on
Kodak
by the
Black.
board. Very good. And picture that with a Kodak.
Oh,
Well,
nice.
Pitbull.
Picture me.
Yeah,
me.
nobody took a pit bull.
All right. We have a wolf, a large gray wolf.
A large alpha gray wolf.
Male gray wolf.
Now, these are some elite teams. This is the NBA. If there were to be an Olympics, which country bringing their animals in would win?
Yeah. I'm getting bronze. I just know it's between you two, and I think it's a toss up because of the larger polar bear is so tough. I feel like that gap is massive, and a hippo also is terrifying. I just don't know how you lose when you have that. Even though you have the elephant, giraffes are going down first. The rhino event, its legs. I've seen videos of lions taking out rhinos. That's happened. Or taking out hippos too, and vice versa. So those are, but like a polar bear, I don't see a lot.
Multiple lions, never single lion.
That's true. But a polar bear, when it's fought a grizzly bear, the polar bear
Jeff,
wins.
you did
Grizzly
take a
runs.
lion and not a lioness.
Even though they're the hunters, the
lionesses
lion is
are BA, and
the larger animal.
Lions
so I need
are.
I need the wings.
I mean, what did Mufasa ever do? You know what I mean?
So he just trampled by a water buffalo.
He got trampled by wildebeest. Like,
yeah. How many wildebeest? How many?
A stampede.
What animal on this list wouldn't die by being trampled by 400 wildebeests?
The elephant.
The harpy
elephant
eagle
probably still does. Harpy eagle would get trampled if
the
it was on
harpy
the
eagle's
ground.
in the sky.
If it did somehow appear on the ground, it would.
All right,
it would.
You both can shut up. How about that?
But they would run around the elephanta. He's just so big that he's just. They're like, oh, it's a big boulder.
The hippo is tanking that as well.
Hippo is tank and having a blast doing it too. You know what I mean?
Doubt it. I'm surprised none of us took a bison.
The hippo's enjoying it. It's
Moto is like, oh, bring it on. Let's go.
The hippo's going to turn
bison though.
The hippo's going to turn backwards and go, work on my glutes a little bit.
What is this? Casino Royale?
Yeah.
Just a little to the left.
I got an edge. Any honorable mentions that we did not? I had the bison was the only one left on my list.
That's why I'm surprised you didn't take it.
I thought you were going bison when you took the moose, and I totally forgot about the moose, which was a better pick, even though bison favorite animal.
Honestly, super strong, super agile, can be very aggressive, dangerous. Chimpanzee, honestly.
Is that not count in the same family as gorilla? Would you, since they're apes?
I wouldn't count them in the same bracket, honestly.
What would be in the same bracket as gorilla then?
Probably
gorillas.
A different type of gorilla. You took silverback gorilla, which I just didn't even need to specify because you just took the beast. But I mean, Tarzan could take him down, but whatever.
Yeah, that's true. Should have picked. I should have picked one of those guys, like Attila the Hun.
And I will be getting into Tarzan shape for the battle. So.
Oh. And is that when you're going to run your 40 before?
Well, if I'm Tarzan, I run my 40 on vines.
Yes, but to actually qualify for the NFL 40 time to break Xavier Worthy's record.
Would you run on your hands and feet, like galloping?
That's allowed. That is allowed. Yeah.
Think you'd be faster?
Galloping? No, not me. Maybe someone a little more animalistic.
More Planet of the Apes method, where you're kind of walking with your arms out to the side.
Yeah, so smug like this.
So smug and arrogant.
Good
list.
Good list. Any others missing? We're solid here.
I'll take the L on that.
I really do like the pick with the saltwater croc. Those things are monstrous. So
yeah,
and to get that in your third pick is pretty solid.
I did watch a video of a jaguar jump into a crocodile's territory in the water and kill it.
Just leapt from the tree.
Killed it, dragged it out of the water.
And then didn't even eat it. Just killed
That's
it to show
embarrassing.
off.
That's embarrassing.
That's like a velociraptor
crocodiles.
move. Just kill it and then leave.
What actor does a velociraptor remind you of?
What actor?
Or what character?
What actors go like this?
I was thinking Count Olaf.
Oh, when he does the raptor.
Yeah.
That's really good. That was a good impression.
Thank you. Well, cool. Max, thanks for the draft idea, Senor.
Oh, my pleasure.
And I will be sending the left hand backhand episode 23 Max Jensen guest app. I will be sending this Word document with Berlin Sans FB and Papyrus as the two fonts. Frankly, we killed it. So
Thumbnail font.
Who's Frank? Ooh,
pause.
very good.
Cool. Max, per tradition, I turn it to Jeff for the final word of the episode. So I'm gonna ramble here a little bit to give you the opportunity to create a final word in your mind. But I want to first humbly say thank you for joining us on this podcast. I'm glad that we can let bygones be bygones, that we can put our history beside us, and that we could join together to make this episode happen.
We're stronger together, like apes.
Absolutely. I mean, we are apes.
Together strong.
And apes eat grapes.
And Koba is not an ape.
Koba.
Well, Copacabana.
Well, Bananarama.
This is spiraling into a muck.
Muck. Oh my gosh. I saw sorry, real quick before I pass to the final word. I saw like a number of Pokemon are that like animal spelled backwards. So like Arbok.
I know where you're going.
Cobra
now.
And Ekans is snake. And then I saw Muck.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. You diabolical sir.
Share with your grandma. Do something nice for someone. Max, final word.
Final word is vestiges.
Wait, did you take it literally?
Lefty's out.